morning, good evening, good afternoon, in whatever part of the world you are in. I got some good news for you, baby. Here you go. You are blessed. You are highly favored. And let's take the time to give the Most High God, Jesus Christ, all the praise and all the glory for all that He has done for you. You woke up on top of the ground and not the ground on top of you, and that alone is just a true blessing. Now let's get straight to it. Okay, so Floyd Mayweather has came forward once again on his favorite channel to speak on Fight Hype to say that something that I said before he came out on Fight Hype and even said it, and that was that he basically runs shit. He run things. I'm running things. And he's running things. You know that. Al Heyman is him, and he is Al Heyman, and PBC is him, and he is PBC, and the money team, and all of that. And when you hear the money team, you hear Al Heyman, and this and that, and don't nothing go on without him knowing. With PBC, and ain't nothing gonna happen without him basically saying it's gonna happen, and that he makes things happen. Okay, he said with Danny Garcia, he wanted to fight with Errol, and he said he told Danny Garcia, listen, I'm gonna make it happen, and he made it happen. He also said, listen, I told you that, if I don't say anything about a fight between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, then there is no fight. I'll be the one to announce it. Okay, on Fight Hype. He said he's going to do it on Fight Hype. Okay, he also said that, don't listen to the YouTubers that's out there putting out false narratives, putting out false information, putting out these dates and about contracts and things to that effect. Don't listen to old boy from ESPN. He don't know what he's talking about as well. And, the fight's going to happen, but it's not going to happen now. Okay. That's what he said. All right. Listen, I want to say that there are some things that keep being repeated, right? Just in general, of what they're trying to do where, the fight is concerned. Number one, they're trying to age Bud out. They want to age Bud out, Okay. How can they age Bud out without aging Errol Crawford out? They're goddamn 2.5, 3 years apart. That is not, and I know I keep saying this, and I'm on record saying this at least 4 times. You cannot age Terrence Crawford out without aging out Errol Spence at the same time. They're too close in age to be doing that shit. Like, are people retarded? It's like they love to call out Terrence Crawford age, but they don't mention that, that they're close in age. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's very weird. It's like when Errol Lawrence Willing turns, 81, Terrence Crawford to be 83. Do you see my dilemma here? No pun intended, but do you see what I'm saying? They're the same age group. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Not much, looks like, okay? That's one thing they keep saying. So that's why PBC holding up the fight. They want to age him out, okay? Make him lose momentum, okay? Here's my thoughts. Here are my thoughts. Oh, the money's not there. The money's not there. PBC been bought out. This and then the third day in the negative. When one of my favorite YouTubers was joking about how blaming on Canelo because they cashed out on Canelo, you know, this and that and the third. And here's my thing. Here's my thing, baby. There's no such thing as the money is not there with all of the networks having buku money, being billion-dollar companies. I don't care who bought what, who in the net. It doesn't matter. Showtime is worth a gazillion dollars. ESPN is worth a gazillion dollars. You know, Fox is worth a gazillion dollars. All these companies are worth a gazillion dollars. They can get the money. The money's not the problem. I don't care what anybody says. The money's not it's not a problem. It's not a problem. They have the money. If he needs to get the money, that's not the problem. The problem is that you have powerful people in place that want to control the narrative, like you know, TBE. I'm on record saying that on the Singing OG channel, KQ, what is it, KC Boxing, who I'm subscribed to, the Singing OG. I told him, I said, listen, you know, TBE, he has this, you know who that is. You know, I don't want to say his name. He has his hands. This is weird. This is all, like, he doesn't have a legacy fight like this under his belt. He doesn't have this legacy. It would have been Manny Pacquiao, but that would have been if he fought Manny Pacquiao in his heyday. Like what we would like to see happen with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, but he didn't do that, did he? He aged Manny Pacquiao out, blah, blah, blah. All this other type of shit like this right here, right? Is what they say. And the fight, even though it was a big deal when it came, it didn't have as much momentum as it would have had if he would have fought him when we were really asking for the fight back in 2011-12, right? Okay. Fast forward to now, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, that fight is a big deal. Two black fighters with just accolades out of the ASS, very successful guys. Nobody beat them in their divisions. You know what I'm saying? One of them a pound for pound king in Terrence Crawford. The other one has all the belts and known for his power. Very, you know, very strong dude. You know, Terrence Crawford, very athletic. Like, this fight is a big deal. Old boy don't have this type of shit right here under his belt. I'm sorry. Say what you want to say, but he don't. And he knows it. And he knows that this one fight between these two guys alone, right, is going to top everything that he has done. It's going to top everything that he has done in his little career. I promise you that. I promise you that. In my opinion. Who has he fought that's going to make all the fuss that this fight right here is going to make? It would have been Manny Pacquiao if he fought Manny Pacquiao his prime. They didn't do it, so that's not it. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Just like if Deontay Wilder would have went on ahead and fought Anthony Joshua, if those guys would have got over their differences and fought when they had a chance to fight before they lost their belts, that fight would have been a big deal. That fight would have been, you know what I'm saying? That would have been the heavyweight version of what we're trying to get done with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. But, right, it looks like we can't get the fight because, like I say, there's a lot of politics involved in this fight. A lot of rich people, a lot of wealthy people that want they cut. You know what I'm saying? It's just like being in a meeting with a bunch of filthy rich CEOs and owners of a company, and everybody's disagreeing on who get what should happen, this and that and the third. Those meetings could take years. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit with this fight. Everybody wants what they want out of it. We ain't even made it. It ain't even trickled down to what the fighters want yet. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's the big people. It's the elites that's fighting. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I'm willing to wait for the fight as long as it takes. Because I know it's gonna, listen, it has to happen. You know what I'm saying? It just has to. Now, should Terrence Crawford take another fight? of course. I don't care if he beat I'm on record say, listen, beat the plumber up, get the garbage man, listen, kick their ass. It doesn't matter to me. I would love for him to stay active meantime in between time, or just move on if he's not going to be happy with what they got going on and how they're trying to do him. The same thing with Errol Spence. Just move forward and just and stop getting our hopes up. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I have to say on that. I mean, listen, I don't care when the fight happens as long as it happens. You know what I'm saying? Greatness takes time. You know, whether it be next year or the year, as long as it's in the next 2 years, I'm all right. You know, but to be honest, I'll wait forever. It doesn't matter to me. I really want to see those boys get down. I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I have to say on that. You guys have a blessed day. Peace.